All right, you should be good, Nicole.
Perfect. Noreen, are you there to do a roll call if possible? Can you hear me, Noreen? Did she put her thumbs up as she could?
Chairman Kane,
Present.
Commissioner Bashand,
Here.
Commissioner Bechter,
Here.
Commissioner Hutzwagner,
He doesn't seem to be present this evening.
He just hopped
I
on
just
Zoom.
got here.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Okay,
Hey,
very
Tim.
good.
Yep.
Commissioner Conley,
Here.
Commissioner Karanian,
He is not here.
okay, and Commissioner Dunning.
Here.
Hi,
Okay,
Sharon.
Hi, everybody.
You're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So in place of Michael Kranian, we're gonna see Michael Connolly this evening, if that's okay. Okay, that's perfect. So Noreen, can you read well, let me first say exactly my spiel. Hold on one second. Let's get this out. Let's see. We lost it. Oh. In the meantime, Noreen, can you please read the petition?
Surely. Petition 00-23-01, 179 Lewis Street, Newington, requesting 3 separate variances from section 4.5, table B of the regulations. First, to allow an accessory building in the front of the principal building. Second, to reduce the required front yard setback of 35 feet to 12 feet. And third, to increase the allowable accessory building height from 15 feet to 22 feet. Applicant contact Frank Borowski, PE, owner Aerocraft LLC.
Thank you, Noreen.
You're welcome.
So I'm just going to explain quickly how the ZBA is run, and there's going to be 2 parts to the meeting. The first is a public session where the petitioner will begin by stating their name and address and explain what their hardship is. After the petition has been heard, anyone from the public may speak, express whether they are for or against the petition. After all the public participation is heard, the public session of the meeting will be closed. During the work session, the public may stay but cannot comment. If the petitioner does stay for the work session, that's no problem at all. If not, they can call the building department in the morning and they will let you know what the decision is. And I think it's Frank, correct?
Yes. Frank
If you could go
Borowski.
ahead, please.
Okay. My name is Frank Borowski. I'm an owner of PDS Engineering and Construction. I'm representing Aero, not the owner of Aerocraft, just to set the record straight. What we're looking for, obviously, is the variances were stated. Because the rear lot and the configuration of this lot, I mean, realistically, if that was the side yard setback, we'd be within compliance. We'd be only here for just strictly for the height variance. And it is, yeah, as you can see from the picture, it's in the rear. It's really not visible. The reason of the setback of the building, one of the questions I saw in the town planner's report, because it corresponding to the side of that building, there's a ramp on the inside of the building, and the turning radius is to go in and to go up that ramp. You need that space. We can't shift it any closer to the building than what we're showing in order for their turning radiuses to work. The building, again, because the configuration of the lot and where it's shown, it'll never even be seen. And unfortunately, just because the fact that it's a rear lot, that's considered the front yard setback. And so that's the reason we're here for the variance.
All right. Any questions for the petitioner, for Frank, at all? I have a question, actually. I'm just wondering if there was anywhere else that could be placed, where it could be placed, like meaning the back of the building by the parking lot, like on the opposite side of where you were wanting to put it? where it says like, on our print, it says lot area equals 203,905.78 square feet. In that grassy area right there off the edge.
The side over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make it more in compliance for,
The reason for the location of it again is because the material from there is going to go in and out, up and down that ramp on the inside of the building. So it's the closest spot to it. And again, because they might be going out there in weather conditions, certain times there'll be a lot less rain, less issues if it's positioned there. That's ideally for their business function.
okay. And now all the other stuff that's there, is that temporary then? Because it's all within the.
That's the reason why they want to build this facility, to store it properly. And yes, that won't be, they'll be much reduced. Some of that is out goods, but yes, they're knock on wood, they're doing extremely well business wise.
Okay. Go ahead, John.
John Bashan here. So it's just being used as a warehouse, I'm assuming? Storage?
Yeah, just storage. Yeah, product storage. Materials.
And I'm assuming that side of the building is where your loading docks and your main bay doors are.
Yeah, right there where where you can see where it says the finished floor elevator. Right there on the inside is the ramp that goes up and into the actual level of the building, and that's what they'll be going in and out of with the material. And so that's why they need that turn radius. And so that's the ideal spot for them to put it for functionality.
I'm just trying to determine, go by what the chairman had suggested, but it seems like that'd be a long way for you to travel around the building to get to that side of the building to store it.
Yeah, it would
going through the parking lot.
Yeah, and then in different weather conditions, it could be a real problem. It's not, obviously it's not connected, but it'll work for them. This is the best possible solution to their issue right now.
I have one more question. I'm assuming all of the stuff that is outside that you're going to be putting in the building, I'm assuming all of that is not going into the building, correct?
Most of it, as much as they,
Okay.
that's the reason for the height,
Okay.
because they can stack it in there and again, keep it out of the weather.
Okay. Any
And
other?
And because
Go
of the
ahead.
location, because of the location with the trees all around it, it's within, obviously you have the regulation about the out structure being a certain height, but
Correct.
it's really not going to be noticeable in this area.
Any other questions? Sharon, Tim?
No, I don't really have any.
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
All right. All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to say, Frank, before we close the public participation? After we hear if there's anyone from the,
There's no one online.
no one is online. So is there anything else you'd like to say about this to all of us?
It's a necessity for his building to have this additional storage, and that is the prime location in order for functionality. That's about all I can say. He's really hoping to get it there.
Okay. And are there any alternate spots in case it doesn't go through at all that would work?
Yeah, not really. They'd have to continue with the outdoor storage, which isn't ideal.
Okay.
I had one more.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
So the part that's encroaching the front yard, it's not the entire building, it's only the part that actually is, or are we talking about because it's in the front, the supposed front of this building? But the only part that's encroaching the front yard is about a quarter of it, it looks like.
Yeah, it's because of the front yard setback. If it was a side yard setback, we'd be in compliance. It's just, again, the nature of the rear lot. And that's the, and the configuration of it. If you looked at it, the way the drive comes in, is it really a front yard? But
Well, I was going to comment in the later sections that I think if you took an average land use commissioner and looked at it and asked them, what's the front yard here? They'd have trouble identifying it.
Yeah, and again, this is the way this lot was subdivided.
And
Yeah.
it clearly showed, it, you know, it showed the front yard there. We're all aware of it. You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's why this one is like, has a little merit. It's like a more of a unique lot versus some of the other conditions where where it would be a bigger encroachment into a real front yard. But no, we appreciate your time and consideration on this matter.
Thank you. So, does anyone want to make a motion to close the public hearing since we don't have anyone on to? from the
I make a
public?
motion to close the public hearing.
All right, Tim, anyone second?
Second.
Second, Bill, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I,
There's no public participation, so we'll go into the work session. Anyone wanna? John?
I'll just start where I
Go ahead,
left,
John.
off, it's hard to call that a front yard, and I agree with the comments from I guess Eric wrote the comments there that it's certainly not a traditional front yard, so. The neighbors are all industrial, commercial. There is a daycare back here, way back to the east side, but that's not abutting that, close to to where this is being proposed, so. Yeah, I honestly don't see anything, except the chairman's suggestion about moving it to the other side of the building, but it seems very impractical if they don't have loading docks and garage doors over there. So
Mhm.
I'm inclined to be in agreement with them.
Okay, any? Bill?
Good.
Mike? Tim? Sharon, anything?
No, I'm good.
No.
I'm good with all three.
yeah,
All right, I personally, I don't see where the valid hardship is to the reasoning why it has to be there. If we could push it back maybe closer to the building. To not be in the setback, I don't see what the real hardship is personally. And I haven't heard it yet, but that's my own viewpoint on it. But
How much trouble would it be to back it up to the inside the setback?
I'm not sure, we'd have to ask him, but
Yeah.
I believe part of that was part of the
Truck
turning radius of the issues. If it gets closer to the building, it's the vehicles are more likely to impede that turning radius.
mhm.
And just as a reminder, by doing this, they're also going to remove an existing non-conforming shed that's been placed out there as part of this. It's a small trade-off.
Oh, yeah, the
But that
docking,
existing partial shed could take up some of that space that
True.
was existing there and never had an issue with them driving around.
the docking comes in this way, right?
I'm not sure exactly. Honestly, I'm gonna assume that maybe the docking goes through that way, but where the existing shed is almost like at least a little more than half of what is in the front yard setback already.
Well, the south elevation shows no garage door there, so maybe
Oh, so
that's
then, no.
not how they plan on going in, but I thought that's what he was stating. Doors are gonna be on the
On the
west
side?
side, I guess, at least by this drawing, maybe it's that.
Yeah. Anything, Mike?
I was kind of on the fence about it when I originally read it, but to be honest with you, as in terms of trucks turning around and business functionality, if it's gonna pose a problem and them storing stuff properly for their business functionality, I'm not so sure I'm against it, to be honest with you. Originally, I didn't see the hardship in it, but being his business functionality, it's already in an industrial area. I'm not sure I see an issue with it.
Okay. I have a question. If we could we ask him, why can't he move where the existing shed is? And at least if he's not in the full front yard setback, it's a lesser portion?
You can inquire that, and if he agrees to it, we can amend this and vote on it to reduce the setback from whatever he's asking for to a smaller one, yes.
Okay.
What is it now, 20-something feet over that front line?
Yes, he's asking for,
22? No, that was the height.
so it's from, yeah, it's like 23 feet.
I thought the trucks were entering from that south side, and that's what he was talking about, that swinging, but I don't, then if
But all the
that's not
stuff's
the
over
case,
there.
yeah, but if that's not the case, then I don't see why it couldn't be a little bit more.
All the stuff is over there, as you can see in the picture.
I can't see
That
it
was,
now, but
did
yeah.
you, the picture that was,
Yeah, I
yeah,
can bring that up again.
So if that's the case, I don't see why moving the building 20 feet further south.
look at all the stuff that's there
Mm.
compared to what the building's gonna be. It's gonna be shorter, actually. It's not gonna stick out as far as all those that are up against the trees there.
Mhm.
And I can see where the shed is exactly. And I'm gonna assume since the shed looks the same as sticking out as far enough, that's gonna be how it would be.
Can you zoom in on that, Eric, at all?
To a point, yeah, it'll get a little fuzzy.
That's all right. But you can see what Nicole's
See where that
talking
shed
about.
is?
Yeah, you can see that. huh? And so that's where the end of the building, if the drawing
it's
is
gonna
right, that's
project,
about where
yeah,
the end of
towards
the
the
building
front.
would be
Mhm.
proposed, so it would just move it over a little bit where it's
And so you
vacant
can
space
see
there, so.
down here where the edge of the pavement is, the accessory structure is gonna still be on the pavement
Right.
in that corner.
Yeah, cause with the way it is right now, the trucks would have a harder time getting in right now, I would think, with everything that's sitting there. Because the building's not gonna be as,
I assumed he meant for getting in and out of the building, but maybe it's just to get in.
maybe a fork truck?
In and out of the new building, not the old building, but I'm not certain either.
Yeah.
But I agree that I don't see what, moving it 20 feet south is gonna make that big of a impact, negative impact on them.
Hmm.
But I also don't think it's that bad where it is either, so I could go either way,
Mhm.
whatever the consensus is here.
Yeah, anyone else have a consensus of what they think?
Well,
So as I said in the memo, I recommend that you take this in 3 separate bites. Because, some of them could be approved and some of them could not be. Obviously, the first 2 go together, the location in front of the building and then into the setback, so. And the third one with the building height. You can choose to do it however you want, but that's just my recommendation.
The building height doesn't bother me too much. I don't know how others feel about it. How tall is the existing building?
We have to look at. So 15 feet is the max allowed for an accessory structure. So,
Regardless of where it's located.
correct.
this is going to 22.
This is 2,400 square feet, so it's as big as some entire buildings, entire commercial buildings, so
Right.
it's
They will
not a
have,
shed.
right. They will have to probably pull a building permit for it, because it's in excess of 200 square feet
Mhm.
and a zoning permit, but obviously based on whatever you approve or don't approve.
All right, well,
Do we have to decide tonight, or?
we don't, actually.
You don't have to, no, you can close the public hearing and everything, and then just at your next meeting, you can,
Revisit it?
yep, revisit it, but the public hearing is closed.
Correct, that's the thing.
So no one from the public could come to the next meeting and speak out against it in one way or the other?
Well, they can, but it just can't be.
Well,
Taken
there's no
into-
public hearing open and they can't speak on items on the agenda,
So,
so.
yeah, no.
Seems like we're kind of at this impasse that no
We're
one
at a
really
standstill that no one
going one
really
way or
is.
the other. you
Yeah.
know?
Hmm.
There doesn't seem to be a consensus.
No. You're correct.
Gotta mull it over more.
Okay. If you think so, yeah, if that's,
it'd be a good idea to have another meeting on it.
Okay.
Get a chance to
Yeah.
think some more.
If everyone feels that way, I don't see why not. We could always, Tim, Sharon, do you wanna, is there anything? Do you feel that we,
I think that, based on what I'm hearing, and I'm still unsure, that maybe mulling it over a little bit longer, just to make sure everyone's comfortable with whichever way we decide.
yeah,
That's my opinion.
all right. Tim,
Yeah, I'm fine with mulling it over.
okay. Someone wanna make a motion that
I make
So
a motion to
basically-
table these three requests to the next meeting.
I can
Perfect.
second.
thank you very much. All in favor?
All right,
Aye. All right, so it's tabled for next, go ahead, John.
I was gonna say that, that's a public air access, so I mean, we could drive in there and take a peek at it, maybe not on the private property, but the main driveway. Because it has road names, so it's kind of confusing in there.
No, that does not have a road name.
No,
That
it
is a
doesn't?
private road. That's part of their lot.
Okay.
If I can answer that, the owner would not have a problem with you guys going on his site to look at it. Not
Okay.
only,
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Frank. We appreciate that.
yeah, no, I'll inform them that you guys might be here, so that's no problem at all.
You might see someone driving by slow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is the access road and the road is part of their lot. That's what makes it kind of.
Is
the
it
way I see
between, is it where the pond is over there? There was a pond or something, right? On
Right,
Lewis
there's a
Ave?
pond here. Yes, between the two ponds.
Okay, and then you go straight down?
Yep, straight back in here and to the left and you'll see that corner
Yeah.
where they're
Okay.
talking about.
I see.
And you'll see the height of the existing building and what's around it. But it'd be a good reason to see it. And then you could look at that interior ramp as well if you wanted.
If I may, are all the buildings in there, those commercial buildings all about the same general height, the 15 feet?
They're
Like
they're all-
169, what is that, 169 and 150?
That's only for the accessory buildings.
Right.
Okay.
The building's going to be taller than that, I'm sure.
Correct.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was just trying to get the general idea. So this one will be the taller one compared to the other surrounding structures.
Right, and like it's been pointed out here, this is kind of wooded, so to speak, so, it's not gonna be, I don't believe it's gonna be visible from Lewis Street, from this building at 149, and even some of these other buildings on Pascone Place.
Yeah, they
Right,
look like pretty mature trees.
Yeah, it's,
Yep.
it's going to be hidden, it's just,
Okay.
can you get past the setback and in front of the primary structure?
Mhm.
Got it. All right. Perfect. So we're gonna table this for the next meeting.
That would be in May.
Okay. Is everyone available in May? Tim, Sharon?
When's
Just,
that gonna
what's the
be?
date? What's the date? I wasn't there for when the dates were rolled out, so I just want to make
It would
sure.
be the-
Is it May
it would
4th?
be-
May
It would be
4th.
the first Thursday, yes.
Okay, right. Okay. I should be available, I believe.
Okay, perfect.
May 4th.
John, Bill,
Yep.
available, Mike, available?
Right now, yeah.
Okay, as of right now. Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Frank, for
Thank you.
everything.
No,
We appreciate it and we'll see you next month.
Well, I may not be there, but someone else will be on just in case there's anything. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be in Japan.
Okay,
Lucky you.
Yes.
That's nice.
Bucket list.
yeah. Frank, you can have somebody bring the public hearing sign back now too.
Yeah, no problem. I'll have PJ drop it off to you.
No problem. Sounds good.
Great. Thank you very much. Have a nice
Thank
evening.
you.
Night.
The minutes of the previous meeting. I know, Bill, you had said something about the minutes and Mike you as well.
Yes.
yes, one thing is, got my name spelled wrong on it. My first name, that is.
Okay.
It's Willard instead of what they've got.
William.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Mike,
My last name is spelled incorrectly.
can you spell it properly for the?
Yes,
for the- just so-
CONNOLLY.
Perfect.
So you're gonna accept the minutes with those changes?
Yes, if we could accept the minutes with those changes, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes with both those two changes.
Second,
Second, All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Let's see, communications and reports.
I have nothing much. We do have a new planner on staff, started in February. So, my load is a little lighter right now, but he was going to attend tonight, but we have a conflict with open space meeting. He's running that one currently. So,
So maybe we'll get to meet him, maybe at the next meeting?
yeah, we'll probably get to meet him at the May meeting.
What's his name?
His name is Paul Dixon.
Okay.
Came from Meriden.
New business. Nope, we got no new business. Any old business?
So this application will be on old business in May.
Got it.
If we have any other new applications, we'll have those as well. But
Okay.
Does anyone know what they make at GKN or is that,
it's GK and Aerospace, so.
oh, the aerospace.
All right. I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second that. too?
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Everyone have a good evening. We'll see you next month.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Wow. Almost a record, right?
We've had actually, some meetings that have lasted less time than
We
this.
haven't had any meetings faster than 26 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I think we have. I
Yeah,
think
we've had some pretty short.
some quick ones. Yeah, we try to,